Welcome to Horticulture Geek. I hope you're ready for a quick tip. Hey everybody, welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm Ray, and thank you so much for joining me today for this quick tip video. So what is our quick tip for today? Our quick tip today is how do you make a good compostable material out of just fall leaves for your garden and flower beds. So we're gonna look at that today. And here is how you're going to do it. We are going to treat our fall leaves just like we would any compost. And this is a step that a lot of people miss, and I wanted to share it with you. So just putting raw leaves onto your flower beds is really not a great idea. They're not gonna break up, they're not gonna rot away and create a good soil base if you just take a bunch of leaves and throw them in there. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our fall leaves and we are going to shred them up somehow, and then we're going to add a nitrogen source. So just when you're working in a compost pile, I want you to think about how you traditionally make compost. You need browns and greens. So the browns are our carbon source, which are leaves, and the greens are our nitrogen source. So in a traditional compost pile, that can be kitchen scraps or grass clippings or any number of things, fresh and green, prunings out of your garden or yard. But in the fall, we don't have access to our greens, so we have to supplement it. So what do we use? One of the best things to use is blood meal. So what we're going to do is we are going to collect our leaves, get those shredded up, get them put into our raised beds or flower beds or in-ground gardens, whatever you want, and then we're going to sprinkle in our blood meal. Now, blood meal is a nitrogen-only product, so this is going to replace our greens. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to work into the fall leaves and help them break down and compost into rich, beautiful soil for your gardens. So by the time spring rolls around, these leaves should be all broken down and ready to be planted right into and incorporated into my soil. So let me show you how we're gonna do it. So for this part of the video, what I'm gonna be using is a leaf vacuum with a grinder, and it collects into a bag. You can use a similar product as this. You can use a lawnmower. You can use whatever you have on hand. I like this because this offers a very fine shred on the leaves. So you literally plug this in. Mine happens to be plugged. You can get them battery operated. This one is made by Black & Decker. And then you just literally vacuum up the leaves here. They go through a big grinder wheel here, and they get spit out into this bag. And then this bag slides off, and you can go distribute your ground up mulch leaves into the bed you're working with. So what I'm gonna do now is, and I'm not sponsored by Black & Decker or anything like that, so I want that to be pointed out. This is just the tool that I have on hand. This tool can get a little bulky and a little cumbersome. I know a lot of people don't like working with tools like this, but this compared to my lawnmower, I really like it. It really gives a good fine shred. So I've got some leaves over here behind the patio. I'm gonna set up, get those up, and then we're gonna put them in our flower bed and add our blood meal. So here we go. All right, so here we are at one of my raised beds. And I'm just going to unzip this, and you can see how good that is ground up. I mean, there's still some chunks, but that is overall really nicely ground up. So now I'm just gonna spread this out in this bed. All right, so now that I have my leaves shredded and put in my flower bed, I'm going to apply my blood meal. Now, just as a safety precaution, I am using a glove because this is a product made with stuff, right? It's a product. So just better safe than sorry. So I always wear a glove when I'm working with blood meals and bone meals because they are an animal byproduct. So, and then there's no really great big mystery to this. We're just gonna sprinkle this out. In this application, there's really no hard fast rule. Just get you some nitrogen in there on these leaves to help it compost down. All right, and then the last thing I like to do is just come back through and just give it a tassel. Let it work in there, let that blood meal get in. And that's all there is to it, guys. So don't throw those fall leaves away. Use them to help your garden grow better next year. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tip, but until next time, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.